Welcome to Mango Bay. Today we're talking about all kinds of brown wins. I was on Daredevil, the premiere of Deli Boys, Hanumankind's second video. We also talk about what's happening in Syria. So come on in, check it out.
Mango Bay, Mango Bay. Mango Bay. Mango Bay. Mango Bay, mango, yeah, bay, mango bay, your mango bay. For the exclusive content, don't forget to join our Patreon at patreon.com/mangobay. Bay.
Mango Bay, welcome.
Mango Bay, one-stop shop for South Asian recklessness. We are two best boys, Usama, Siddiquee,
Pranav, Behari.
bringing you all the South Asian tamales.
Yeah. Hey, shouts to our very Brahmin tier upper caste Patreons.
Hi. What's Brahmin? Then beyond that.
Beyond that, really. That's just God.
Brahmrillian.
Yeah.
You know?
Brahm
That's
all
just
the way in.
All the way in. You know what I'm saying?
Mahendra, Andrew, Ashish, thank you guys so much. And
love
the rest
ya.
of you guys, get in there. You get personalized contact with us.
Within this week, by literally by Wednesday this week, we'll have a date. We'll put on the Patreon DM, I guess, and we'll tell you where the Zoom link is. We'll hang out. It'll be great. And we'll do like a little hang with the Mango Bays, and we'll chill.
Yeah,
So
we'll have a
come on
good time.
down.
It's gonna be fun.
$20 tier is the move.
It is.
What's on the docket, bro?
What's on the docket, dude? Haven't seen you in a while. You were gone. I was gone. We linked up at the Deli Boys block party at Kolkata Chai.
Yes.
You convinced me to come out.
I did.
I did a good job. I stayed for at least 40 minutes.
You did, and talked to only people you knew.
I
but
know.
It was still, you know what? Baby steps.
That's not true.
Baby steps.
One person I did talk to.
Yeah.
Somebody that Usama's seen.
I brought this girl to the show.
Okay.
And here's the thing. Anytime I bring a girl to an event, afterward, Pranav's very nice to this person, and then afterwards, I'll know whether you like the person or you're like, man, she's a dumb whore, this woman.
That's not true. I've never called a girl you're dating that, okay? Also, she was really cool. I liked her a lot.
Yeah. But why? This is kind of random because you never really mention people that I bring around. So why this
she had
specifically?
good style.
Yes.
She wasn't like a vapid, like product manager, desi girl.
You mean dumb whore? Is
Sorry,
that, is that the word you're looking
vapid
for?
Product manager. That does not. You called that dumb whore.
literally
I may or may not agree with that assessment.
You translated
However,
it into Hindi. What you did.
Okay, listen. I thought she was great. Thing is, I don't know if she liked me very much because
This guy's never on the ropes like this.
Because you
guy's
know why?
never on the ropes like
You
this.
know why? She was like, I feel like I know you, and I was like, oh, it didn't register. I was like, oh, how? She's like, through your podcast. And then the vibe I got was like, and I don't want to know you anymore. Okay, it's like she was like, I got to stop listening to it. I was like, what?
No. So I know
was
the
really
story.
nice.
She's really cool. And I just like that you don't know if someone likes you because usually it's the other way around where someone meets Pranav and they're like, either he wants me or he wants to eat me for lunch. I don't know what it is. So it's great that Pranav is feeling this sort of, unknownness.
That's not. I'm not.
Never forget Fumi's story. You're like dog with no master, right? So here's the thing. Obviously, we pop off on the pod. Remember that story about how I was hitting on a girl and I didn't realize there was a girl next to her that was sitting and I was hitting on this girl and the girl
I remember.
I was kind of seeing was just watching me hit on this girl with jokes I used on her. So she saw that.
Okay.
And she was like, ugh.
Yeah.
And I'm always blown away when y'all see podcasts and decide to still continue seeing me. I'm blown away because it's just out there on the table that I suck.
It's true. And he really minds all the depths and dark things of his life for content. And it is a tough thing.
We've lost friends.
We've
destroyed families.
This is what the crazy thing about...
We've destroyed families with Mango Bay.
This is the crazy thing about Felice. Is that she actually saw Mango Bay at our gnarliest period and she was like, hey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nazi pedo. Yeah.
I know.
Felice is the best. She is unfazable. I realize.
is.
This woman is unfazable in bits and a true thinker of the bits, which I love. But obviously these are jokes and exaggerated stories, and we're not going to be like, oh, this is just a fake. It's very unique and it's very like happening in the moment. So it won't be like, you know, like trying to embellish it. This is happening, right?
Yeah.
So it's just jokes and whatever it is like, I think people hear it and the immediacy of the podcast creates an intensity. Like they can see the imagery of me doing it. If you like me, I guess it can be a little jarring.
Yeah.
And maybe a little annoying.
Yeah. You like this person.
It's cool.
You know how I know? Because we were together. I was just talking to her, and I didn't know what her relationship was or anything. And so I was just kind of standing off to the side a little bit. I'm like, oh, yeah. How do you know Usama? And she's like, oh, and then Usama just goes, we're seeing each other. We're seeing each other. And he's so geeky. He's like, you fucking gay, dude. That was the gayest. That's the gayest I've ever seen you. He's like, we're seeing each other.
Well, after I said that,
we're seeing each other.
She was like, no longer. we're not doing that anymore. It was a gay moment.
It was wonderful. I felt bad because I called you out immediately because it was so reflexively funny to me. It was like getting hit on the knee with a hammer. I was like, that was gay. And then you were just like,
You know what I did, bro? I went even gayer. I did a Korean kawaii.
You did.
I literally didn't know what to do. I was like so out of my
kawaii.
Kawaii.
She was cool as shit though, dude. She was really nice, really chill. She's like artistic. Very cool. She had great style. I loved her. She looked like a chic little crip, you know.
She was. It was like a Persian crip.
Yeah,
like a paisley,
exactly.
You know,
like an Armenian crip.
Yeah,
I liked her, and I liked what she was about. She was like telling me what she wants to do next, and da da da. I was like, this is a cool chick. Very cool.
I'm very happy. You've actually never mentioned anybody that I'm telling you, like you don't really talk about it.
I don't really. You don't really bring around girls like that.
I don't bring around girls really. I just it's work is work. You know, play is play. No, but really, it's like I keep it bifurcated. Also, I'm scared of. Because that was the place where the last ex, remember that girl who saw me hit on the other girl next to her?
Yeah.
Golden where she attacked me. So it was a return to the scene of the crime. And I was like, okay, this could be
there's a lot of juju around there.
This could be a whole situation. So I'm always ready for shit to just go down at all times for my past. I don't know. There's a scene in Boy Meets World where Sean is like has like 5 girlfriends.
I know. I was gonna say your life is like 90s, like sitcom comedy dating stuff. You know
you said
I mean?
to meet me here, and then they're both here. Yeah. Ladies, I called you both here.
I know.
So we can talk it out, and they beat me up.
And then they have a throuple, and Boy Meets World.
Boy sees the world. Yeah. Boy lives. Boy meets heaven. But I like that you like it because I feel like you're a very good judge of character, and also you're like You're a strong judge of character, so it's like
I'm an energy person. Is the thing. Like I sense somebody's energy, and I just didn't feel like really being there in general. I hope that didn't reflect on you if you're watching, although you vowed to never watch or listen to the podcast again.
I know this because you walked up and you're like, "Hello."
Yeah,
you've never said hello in your life. Hello. It is I, and I am present. I'm doing the thing you told me, and I'm like, I gotta get out of here.
And the worst part about it is you were standing with her, great, and then you were standing with like my arch enemy.
What?
You know? I was like, oh god, this bitch is here. Oh god,
I forgot.
God.
You know what Mo said was very funny is like, he's like, Usama, I learned one thing about you that day. He was like, there was a moment where like Hassan came on, and everybody was the Hasif, and all the cast was there, and everyone was just like,
I know,
just like glued to that area. And Mo saw me, and I was just like hitting on the girl. I was like, yeah. And like, you could give a fuck about fame whatsoever.
Yeah.
You're just here if the baddies are fresh.
Well, if that impressed him, he should have been super impressed by me because I was standing even further away by myself.
Talking to a trash can. So you come here often?
Listen, I had a great conversation with Bassam about Cyberpunk.
Okay, great.
Right?
You played it?
He just started playing it.
My favorite. I've been saying it to everybody, dude.
It's the best game.
I've told everybody to play this game.
It's the best
game. But yeah, I felt really happy seeing that, bro. There are 2 things that happened this week that I'm like, this is like Brown excellence for real. Not Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Not, IT dumb whore, right? This is for real. It's Deli Boys premiere and then the Hanuman kind.
The next second video that he dropped?
Bro.
Dude, it was fucking fire,
Bro.
dude. All the kalari stuff, unreal.
And the tangwa and the changwa. And the plongwa.
You're really getting white racist about your own people, really. The
bunga style of music.
Dude, fire video.
Dude, it was so
Well,
good.
I'm going to add
He's
a third thing in there.
badass. What's up?
I got a third thing in
what?
there.
There's more brown shit?
More brown excellence. I was on Daredevil.
Dude, why don't you post the fucking video?
I'm going to when the other episodes drop.
Okay.
It's my first recurring role. 3 episodes of Daredevil I'm in. Watch the bitch.
Dude, it looked good. I wanted to share it, but I didn't know what the scene was. It was just a picture.
I think it's in the opening scene of episode 2.
Okay.
And then I forget where I am elsewhere. Somebody else who's got to see the whole thing, like a TV journalist, told me that I'm in a bunch.
At this point, you know what you should do, bro? I should do as well, is get on websites that give you the real cuts and put it on your highlights. Yeah. So anyone who can see it, just be like, oh, yeah, he's been in here right before the reels, which I got to figure out. That's amazing. That was when you were just riffing, and you riffed your way into the...
Dude, yeah, well, the audition process for that was fire, dude. It was like I sat down. There was no script or anything.
Yeah.
They were just like, "Hey, we just want to talk to you, get your opinions about things." And I was just myself.
Yeah, bro.
And then the callback was the same thing.
So good.
And then bam, 3 episodes. That was
so
good.
what are you doing? What's the role?
The role is I play basically a comedian myself.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
they're interviewing people on the street based on things that are happening, in the city at the time, and I'm one of the people that they keep returning to get some commentary on what's happening.
What recurring app?
I'm on
Over
3
one
episodes.
app or 3 episodes?
3 episodes.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's
3 episodes.
That's residuals.
Yeah, it's
coming
good.
up the
It's
wazoos.
good. Some good residuals action. Well, I mean, it's not amazing residuals, but like
What
good.
is this? Netflix?
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney probably will squeeze the fuck out. They're like, hey, you pay us every time we show your thing.
Exactly.
Disney, man. Jesus Christ. So disgusting as a company. But that's amazing, bro. Proud of you.
Thank you.
That's amazing, dude.
Thank you. It was
That's
a
amazing.
Nice little early win for 2025.
That's good, bro. And you can see me in different roles that I've all done 3 years ago or more. Why haven't I gotten a new role? I don't know.
Well, dude, I was stressed. I mean, in the weird way, I was like, last year, that was all I booked, like acting-wise. But then I was like, it's 3 episodes.
Bro,
and
it's
that's
great.
building, right? I went from 1 line on Law & Order to 2 lines on The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Wait, what was the Law and Order line? It was like, he's there.
I don't even remember. It was like
Yes.
I don't know, man. I just started working here. I don't know. Something like that.
But there was depth there. This guy doesn't know.
No,
He's
the thing is,
confused.
they chose the worst take of me too. There was like the flattest take that I did.
They always do that, bro.
That's Law and Order, though. You know what I mean?
It's fine. They saw you with a good take. They're like, this guy's gonna undo the entire show. Ice-T personally was
What
like,
does this guy want, a recurring role or
"Hey,
something?
who's this motherfucker?" Ice-T personally stopped that from happening, dude. I ain't saying he's good, but he ain't getting that one. Ice-T got beef.
It went from 1 line to
Yeah.
2 lines to 3 or 4 lines on the other 2, which is the
Oh,
HBO show.
yeah.
And now
Dude.
3 episodes.
Dude, yeah, your character work is already like set. I feel like
going
you got that
like this.
look. They're like, we got him.
I've got a good reel now, dude, because I was in a Brian Torres Day's web series Migrant. I had a really spicy part in that.
Whoa.
I have I'm like a main-ish character, and this guy, do you know Anthony? He's Kareem, one of Kareem's producers.
Yeah, he's the man.
He's the man. He actually showed up at the Deli Boys thing.
I saw him.
But I was in his movie as well. I had a big role in that.
He's the best.
So I've got a good reel now. So
Dude, are you in SAG? I think you're SAG eligible now.
I'm not in SAG now. Yeah.
One more.
No, I'm SAG eligible.
You're eligible, but you don't want to do. Okay, got you. Well, if you want to get residuals, you got to do SAG. You got to be in SAG.
No, why? I've gotten residuals from everything else.
Really? Mm-hmm. It's for me, I guess. Back when I had to get into SAG before they give me residuals.
Interesting.
Maybe there's some that unlock when you join too.
No, maybe.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's big 3. Deli Boys, Hanuman, Pranav, Behari.
Yeah. The Deli Boys premiere was fun. I still have yet to watch it though.
It's good.
We were good. Actually, by the way, apologies to Abdullah Saeed, creator of the show.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have him on, but we weren't recording, and the timing did not work out. But we do hope to have him, Asif, anybody else from the show.
I just love the cast, bro, and it's like it's got Silicon
It
Valley
looks really
vibes.
good. It looks really good.
Dude, I just love that. You know the Silicon Valley thing where like at the end of every episode they would like have an amazing song that like kind of took you out of the show. That's what happened here. It was like all the music's badass.
That's
the
sick.
character's great. They're
Love
brown, but they're not like, and we're brown, and that's what brown things of brownness and the brownness of the brown. They're not doing that. They're just being. I mean, dude, you know, not every actor is, you know, an acting genius. You know, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. You know, as I'm looking at it, sometimes I'm like, they're not even Meisner in this guy. They're not even using the Meisner. So yeah, I need you to watch it because I need to vent to you about
Okay.
A certain,
Okay.
A certain
Okay.
part of the show.
Okay.
Because not for nothing, I was in the last round of casting for this show.
Oh.
They had me.
That's where this is coming from.
They.
I see. I see now.
I was supposed to be Lucky Andy. Almost Lucky Andy. So I was in for Octopus Row. I was like the first round, and then they were like, "Oh, well, let's give him on the fuckboy one," and then last round basically.
Yeah.
And then didn't get it, but it's you keep going. When I start Bodega Girls, that's gonna be a whole different show, and no one's invited.
No, your attitude is definitely the better one.
It is good. I think an average of it would help, would suffice sometimes. Like, because I'll be nice to everybody, but then I'll realize like maybe sometimes the best.
You know what? Stick with the Usama, the true Usama, which is like, just keep it moving.
Why would I ever be mean? But the awareness is changing, right?
Yeah.
My awareness never takes away my courtesy.
Okay, good.
I would give Hitler some tea.
Now's not the time to bring that up.
Sorry.
Okay.
But
there's a big resurgence of like Hitler love right now.
It's like a hyperbole that is true for me.
Goebbels.
It's
maybe,
Goebbels. He was
Goebbels
weird.
some tea.
I talk about the worst hang in the Nazi party. We're talking like worst hang. Goebbels.
I know. It's weird because they were all failed artists. You know what I mean? He was a failed novelist. Hitler was a failed painter. And then they're like, we'll make societies art. That's what we'll do. Yeah.
That is. There's Bob Ross on one end, and then Hitler and his gang.
Yeah.
It's the spectrum.
Imagine Hitler.
White painters.
Imagine Hitler taking a sip of cappuccino. He's got foam on his little mustache.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Jerry, are you getting aroused by that? Because that's kind of a cute image. Like, imagine you take Hitler out for like a pumpkin spice frappuccino, and he's all like quirky, and then you have this sip. You're like, Hitler, you got a little thing in your mustache, and then Joe starts making out with him.
Why did you mention that?
What was that?
And why am I feeling this too? And I'm like, this kind of is really nice.
Yeah, it's like, why are you cuting up Hitler?
We all have layers, I guess. We all have layers.
But, that is the theater. That's what's happening now. It's like the theater kid industrial complex, as I always call it. Same energy. It's all the people who originally would have just been like bartenders.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, I'm a struggling artist and that's what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? But instead now they're like, no, I can't get cast in anything. There's something wrong with society.
Boom.
Time to shape it myself.
And it's like you get little wins here and there and you use it to lord. It's like almost like whatever you perceive your thing to be, you can actually change public perception if you're dogged enough.
Right.
So like say you're just an assistant, right? But you kind of make it seem like you're like the ultimate like main person on the front, taking all care of all the calls. If you believe that and you do it, people kind of see you like, oh, is that the person who runs that shit?
Yeah.
Even though they're not.
Right.
They're not.
Yeah.
I just think images and facsimiles rule the game now.
I mean, perception creates reality,
Dude, and it's just like the same. I'm getting scared now too. I'm seeing a lot of there's like a new crop of like Gen Z brown, creators, and I'm like, some of them I'm like, I can't understand a word you're saying, and I'm getting scared. There's one girl who just all she does is talk about purses. 8 million likes.
That's cute.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not hating on it. I'm getting scared for myself. Like I'm losing touch. I don't know how to. You'll see me doing a purse reel. Like, what the fuck happened to Usama?
I don't think so, dude.
I don't know, man. There's a little crossroads. You don't have this issue because you're above. You're way past life wise. But it's like this crossroads of like, okay, I either choose to be the fake, pink hoodie guy, trying to stay young with the guy, sex symbol, right, guys, or I fall into my uncleness.
Come to the dark side, baby. It's nice over
Dude,
here.
I
It's
don't know.
cozy. No, I
I don't know, dude. Everyone's scratching their balls over there.
it feels good.
No.
Because they're so big. No, I mean, I don't know. I don't exactly know who you're talking about, but you're fine, dude. You're killing it. Just stay the course. It doesn't matter.
Obviously not, but there's like a little moment, but it's like Louis C.K. joke of you see like people going over the edge. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
People dying. Oh, I thought he was. What the fuck? Oh shit. He was 57, 56. That's what I'm saying. I was like, what the fuck is where am I going? And now what's scaring me too is like the fan. Now I'm really starting to think about the age of my brown fans, right? So, okay. They were my age. They are my age. They're kind of growing with me, right? But their life is also changing. Fans don't have a static life.
Yeah.
So as I'm growing, what if they have a kid? And now, what if at 1 year, half my fans have kids? that
So
means
what?
they're gone. No?
No. They're going to be watching your content while nursing the babies and changing diapers and shit.
It just goes in a different way.
No, it's going to keep going. It's just going to grow.
But you have to keep growing with the content.
Now new fans are born. You understand?
Whoa, yeah.
It's just like, no, dude. What are you talking about? You have nothing to worry about.
I'm thinking about the passage of time and can you ever be outpaced by time in terms of your own growth of ideas, of concepts? Do fans outgrow you? And does that mean that you're not
Bro, you're
going
to die someday. I'm going to die someday.
That's fine.
We're all going to die someday.
That's fine.
Is what it is.
That's fine. But I'm saying as I'm here, let me. You know, I had this fear. I was like, what if one day I look back and I'm like, my hardest kills are behind me.
Oh God, that's
Is this
absurd.
crazy?
As a comedian, that's absurd, right? Because if you keep working, you just get better and better.
I think so. But I thought that I was a little scared. You know, not that's all I care about. You know, comedy is really all I give a fuck about. And so aging doesn't make me sad by any means.
Yeah.
But then I thought I was like, what if my hardest kills are behind me? And it's not true. Obviously, it's killing harder and harder. I'm growing and growing.
I don't know. I'm older. I'm significantly older than
Yes.
you. I'm killing harder and
I think so.
harder. Dude.
I think so.
Like, my jokes
I know.
just keep getting more and more fire. Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's one of Pranav's flagship bits.
That's a new one too, relatively new.
I thought you said you had another new one.
Yeah. Last year for me was interesting because usually I'll come up with I'm pretty prolific with jokes.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
are. Yeah.
And like same thing that happened with the Daredevil thing. Like I only booked one thing, but it was 3 episodes of the thing.
Yeah.
Likewise, last year I came up with a lot of jokes, but I have those jokes where I'm like, oh, this is signature bits. This is it.
Yeah.
This is fire.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Couples racism, that's like a 6-minute long joke.
Yeah.
That's pretty good to
Kid and
come up with
caboodle.
that, you know?
Yeah.
And because that's one of those ones that just came together over like a month. Good times, man. Good
I
times.
think you should add another accent.
I should. Well, I do. I do 3 accents in that joke.
Right.
I do Indian. I do Chinese. I also do Mexican in it, too.
I didn't hear this Mexican part.
It's because I'm talking about, you can't stray out of your racial binary. And then I pretend to do a Mexican accent.
Right.
And I go into... Then 4 if you count the haka dance.
Right. Okay.
So,
And then what about a 5th?
I don't know. A 5th. But I am rehabilitating my K-pop joke.
Okay.
And with that, there's some Korean language gibberish that I'm doing, which is also good.
Okay, good. Yeah. I think Korean just sounds like whiny Japanese.
I don't know. I like the sound of Korean. It's very soft. And there's something really soothing about the Korean.
I've just watched too many K-dramas, bro, and every guy ends like... I've watched 13 Deaths, phenomenal show. Check it out.
It's a very fed up sounding language sometimes.
That's what I'm saying, dude. They're whining. You know Japan gotta look at Korea like, man, y'all little bitches, man. Energy-wise.
Japanese
It's him talking about his dead grandma who just got murdered by Japanese forces. Okay.
3 minutes of Korean
And
gibberish.
then Japanese people will lose their whole family, and they're like, that was honor happening in real time. I do think Japan and Korea get the other ends of whininess. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Koreans are always, no, chongla. There's a show, the main character kills himself because he's not rich enough.
Wow.
He doesn't have enough jobs, so he's like, I'm going to kill myself. That's Korean vibes.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Japanese people only kill themselves after they've lost everything in the deepest, most dramatic and poetic of ways.
Yeah.
They never bang. They never kill themselves because they're whiny.
Koreans?
No, Japanese.
Japanese.
You see what I'm saying?
I mean, it is kind of whiny to be like, oh, I lost a battle. I'm going to kill myself. Well, fuck it. I'm going to kill myself. That is the essence of spurging out.
that
you
is
know what I
actually-
mean?
that is.
That's like when you're with the autistic kid playing Xbox when you're a kid
Yeah.
and he throws the controller at the screen. That is seppuku.
In Japan, when they played video games as a kid, if you lost, you just kill yourself.
You literally would.
So Japanese are the original emos.
Definitely.
Dude, emo is a Japanese guy's
Long
name.
time ago, I dated a Japanese
That's a
woman.
guy's name.
Listen,
Emo.
when I was a kid, basically,
Emo's
I dated a Japanese woman, And she was wonderful, and she like really wanted to like be together, but she had to move back to Japan, and so we would talk on the phone. She's like, "Well, she basically wanted to get married." I was like, "I don't think I'm ready to get married." And at one point, she's like, "Ooh, maybe I'm just gonna kill myself." And like, you know what I said? I was like, "You're being too Japanese right now." And then she laughed, and she was like, "You're right."
She puts the knife back.
Yeah, she was like, "You're right." She started laughing. She's like, "You're right."
Not today, Hiroshi. And then he puts the Kashikunin sword away. Not today. We're good.
It's just like you don't always have to kill yourself if something goes slightly wrong.
I guess you know what? You're right. You're right.
I fucked up that Excel spreadsheet. Let me give you my pinky finger. Like, chill.
It is Japanese people who don't have any emotions, but their first emotion is, I'm going to kill myself.
Exactly.
Don't they have an entire forest dedicated to that?
Yes. Yes.
They do. And it's very sad. There's one guy, by the way, who like walks around, tries to get people to not kill themselves. Apparently, his success rate is like -5.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody
Maybe he's
is
the reason. Maybe he's super annoying.
They're like, I wasn't. And then
Killing yourself is not cool. It's not cool to kill yourself.
Remember, Japanese people are emotional. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Emotion is from the root word imo-san. The first sad bitch named a guy named Imo. Imo-san.
Good. It's like in Shogun when she's like, "Please let me kill myself. Why don't you let me kill myself?" Like, you can't kill. You're like, it's a treat. Okay, you can kill yourself as a little treat. You remember that meme? It's
so
like,
true.
we're not letting you kill yourself. I want to kill myself.
So true. And she has a full kid who's like, "Don't do it." She's like, "You don't want me to live."
He's like, "Shut up.
You don't want me to have you don't love your mother." Japanese people love killing themselves, man. They love it.
They do. And then they're like, "Why are our birth rates down? Why is our population?" It's like, maybe if you'd lay off the video games and stop killing yourself
dude.
in the enchanted forest of suicide, you would have good replacement rates for your population.
Of course, they got to go to like a fucking video game background to kill themselves. It's like,
dude, this is like a recurring theme for us where we talk about Japanese people.
they're the most fascinating people on Earth.
They are.
You know what it is? It's the islandness of it, bro. Like nobody has been there.
No,
for so long.
I think the other fascinating thing, Japanese people, they're like and don't take this as they're like
I will take this.
They're like chickens, right? They're like chickens. Once upon a time, evolutionarily, they used to be like ferocious dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Now they're just like kind of cute. You know what I mean? Now they've evolved down to that. Dinosaurs are now birds, right? Yeah. That's kind of the vibe with Japanese people. And now we're like, they're just so cute. I love them.
But they still have like that T-Rex in them.
I want to pretend to be Japanese. They do.
They do. It's like their chicken vibe, but the T-Rex heart is still there.
They do.
So maybe that's what creates all this sort of ennui, is this sort of like, I used to be a T-Rex, man. What happened?
I mean, kind of. But the Americans forced them after the war in their constitution to have a clause where they cannot make war on anybody.
Oh, and after
they can't have an army or anything like that, right?
Well, they do have an army though.
It's very small, right? But it's in their constitution where they are not able to make war.
Okay,
that's how fucking badass they were and how hard they went. Where they're like, "Listen, you can never do this again, okay? We're gonna let you live. Bro. We nuked you, and that took a little bit of the spunk out of you, but
because here's the thing, dude." They did like Hiroshima, and they're like, what? What was that?
I like that. Oh yeah, I like
that was
that.
cute. That was hot. I'm hard. I'm hard.
They were the OG suicide bombers. You know what I mean?
Well, Tamil Tigers were.
No, the Japanese kamikaze pilots.
Oh, but that's even before Tamil. I realized. Yeah. Well, I guess Tamil Tigers were like the strap on with the
That's
vest,
like for terrorist activities, right?
Yeah.
But the Japanese were like, "Here, we're going to give you some meth. We're going to give you some MSG,
right.
And then we're going to put you on this plane. And don't worry about aiming or anything with the gun. Just fly right into the thing."
How do they do that?
Dude, they have I think they are Muslims call asabiya or something. They have that nationalistic sense,
Well, when you isolate somebody, I think you can give them one sort of truth, right?
Yeah.
And then they lock in, right? So it's not like it's like Japanese were one race, right? So it's like this is the propaganda for one race. And they're like, yeah. They didn't have any other people, like one black guy going like, what?
I know.
Man, fuck that. They had no black guy going, man, fuck that shit.
I know.
If they had one guy doing that, I think they'd be like, wait, I don't know about this.
No.
It's all one group.
Hey, speaking of crazy, whacked out, militaristic meth heads, what's going on in Syria, guys?
A lot of danger.
Do you know?
Tell me what's going on,
dude.
I've read something.
Well, who would have guessed that? Having Al Qaeda take over the government of Syria would result in mass killings of Christians, Shias, and Alawis. It's fucked up there, dude.
Shit.
It's fucking extremely
Alawis
brutal.
too. It's like how many are like 10 people left? Fuck.
Yeah,
We
man.
missed a spot type shit. Like
Dude.
Alawis have had more discrimination against them than anybody. Like they're always getting rocked.
Dude, man, the fucking Durka gang is out in full force right now.
And what Durka?
The Durka
We're
boys?
getting a little dirked. Dude, what is so different about these Alawis that like they're like not Muslim? I don't understand like, what their practice is.
No, it's like some kind of weird version of Shia, It's like the thing is like whoever it is, they're going to go back to who they actually are as a people. So they're not all going to be like a bunch of Saudi or Gulf Arab style Sunnis, you know what I mean? They're not exactly going to be Shias. I think these kinds of religions paste themselves on to even like in a lot of Indian Muslims or Indian Christians, you know what I mean? If you see Indian Christians, the way they worship, there's a lot of Hindu stuff in there, They use like Ganga water for their baptisms and shit,
Do you know, if I could explain like the Shunisiya thing real quick, it's like, imagine Tom Hanks got Chet Hanks a role that should have gone to someone else that was a better audition. And then people were like, we're going to kill you now for that.
I'm not following.
It was a succession thing.
I'd rather you just tell us about, Hussein and Ali and all of that stuff.
No, y'all do some research. I think I kind of hit it on the head. it was just a family succession thing. And
I know that.
So it's nepotism basically versus merit.
Yes.
And now people are just dying over it. That's all it is.
Yeah, 1,500 years later.
So dumb.
I know.
I feel like Christians have more of a reason to kill each other in their denominations.
Why?
Because there's like a lot more variation, I feel like. Catholics and Protestants vary kind of heavily, right, in practice?
No, they're very different, but it's a similar kind of fissure that's happened between the two, right? Like, it's all about succession and merit versus merit, right? The Catholic Church was born completely out of
Protestants say
St.
that
Peter, St. Paul, whatever,
Okay,
right?
right,
St.
right.
Peter, right?
Right.
And he established the Catholic Church. That's the sort of first church of Christ, I guess, and except for the Gnostics and all that stuff, right?
Protestants more they're more like startup, right?
The Protestants are like, no, we don't need to be mediated by these
Right.
Mediterranean, priestly class. We're gonna do it ourselves, right?
Right.
I mean, it was essentially a cultural divide then between sort of Teutonic, Middle Europeans versus Mediterranean Europeans.
I'll say this. Bar the pedophiles, Catholics over Protestants.
I agree.
Just gonna throw it out there.
Catholicism's way cooler.
Way cooler.
Yeah.
Be about it. They're about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And there's still some like mystery in the religion.
It is.
You
There's
know what I
some
mean?
magic.
Yeah, there's something there.
Because like Catholic churches are like these beautiful,
I know.
almost
The cathedrals and all that.
I
know.
And then Protestants are like, when we behind the Walmart.
No, exactly. We're gonna
meet us for
we
the
got,
bake
we got,
sale
we've got a
behind the-
Mick church we want you to come to. We got Starbucks
This
set
is
up
a
in here.
community college.
Yeah.
Yes, God's community.
Yeah, I know. And the pastor's wearing a Von Dutch T-shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tom Hardy.
Why?
Like vibes.
Why is everyone gay in our religion
Yeah.
here in Protestants? Meanwhile, Catholics are like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And fuck you. And you're
Yeah.
like, man, I feel this. God should have some anger. There should be some stank on it.
Yeah,
Man.
it's got to have some mystery to it.
So what's going on in Syria? Syria's like Al Qaeda's just popping off.
Dude, they're like,
What are they doing?
mass executions of Christians, Shias, and Alawites.
Really?
Yeah.
Randomly?
I think maybe Druze as well.
We're gonna keep this going on the Patreon for a little bit. Come on down.
Your mango big.